Russia looms large as Senate hears testimony on cyber threats.
Washington. The Senate Armed Services Committee convened on Thursday morning for a hearing on foreign cyber threats to the United States. Of course, one foreign entity is destined to loom largest, Russia. Every American should be alarmed by Russia's attack on our nation, said Senator John McCain, Republican of Arizona and chairman of the committee. He later called the Russian interference an unprecedented attack on our democracy. He said his aim was not to question the outcome of the presidential election, but to move forward with a full understanding of what had happened. The hearing arrived at an explosive moment. President-elect Donald J. Trump has continued to express doubts about Russia's interference in the presidential election, placing him at odds with the intelligence agencies he will soon command and with several leading members of his own party.
Who are the key players? Mr. McCain has made no secret of his belief that Russia was responsible for the election-related hacking, and his recent travels will not have eased his concerns about Russian aggression. He just returned from a New Year's tour of countries that see themselves as threatened by Russia: Ukraine, Georgia and the Baltic republics of Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania. Continue reading the main story. Senator Jack Reed of Rhode Island, the ranking Democrat, also has taken a strong public stand in support of the intelligence agency's finding of Russian government interference. He noted on Twitter, "I urge President-elect Trump to stop ignoring U.S. intelligence officials and start examining the evidence they have carefully gathered." 7/8.
The group will hear testimony from James R. Clapper Jr., the Director of National Intelligence, Marcel Letter, the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence, and Admiral Michael S. Rogers, a leader of the National Security Agency and United States Cyber Command. Other Republicans on the committee include Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, a close McCain ally and fellow hawk on Russia, and Senator Ted Cruz of Texas. On the Democratic side, members include Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, who is making her hearing debut after being named to the committee.
Intelligence officials say Assange deserves no credibility. Mr. McCain steered the conversation to Julian Assange, founder of WikiLeaks, saying, "I believe he is the one who's responsible for publishing the names of individuals who work for us who put us in direct danger. Do you think there's any credibility we should attach to this individual?" Mr. McCain asked. "Not in my view," Mr. Clapper replied. Mr. McCain turned to Admiral Rogers. "I would second those comments," he said. Asked by Mr. McCain whether hacking the American elections would be an attack on the United States, Mr. Clapper demurred. "Whether that constitutes an act of war is a very heavy call that I don't think the intelligence community should make," he said. But he called it a matter of great gravity. Mr. McCain was sharply critical of what he described as the Obama administration's failure to devise a clear-cut policy of deterrence and retaliation for cyber attacks, saying that at times the United States government appeared to be a bystander.
What about fake news? Mr. Reed asked if the dissemination of fake news was part of the Russian effort to influence the election. Mr. Clapper said it was, calling the attack a multifaceted campaign. "The hacking was only one part of it," Mr. Clapper said. "And it also entailed classical propaganda, disinformation, fake news. Does that continue?" Mr. Reed asked. Mr. Clapper said yes.
Director of National Intelligence says close hold on conclusions. Mr. Clapper suggested that he would not be unveiling major new inside information on the intelligence agency's conclusion that the Russian government had directed the interference in the election. Mr. Clapper said he knew there was great interest in Russian interference in the election, but he indicated that public curiosity might have to wait for the release of an unclassified report on the matter early next week. President Obama is being briefed today on the full, classified report, and Mr. Trump will get an identical briefing on Friday.
Who is the intended audience? He has a tower in Manhattan. Most Republicans have avoided attacking Mr. Trump directly over his comments, even as he defended Mr. Assange at the expense of the intelligence agencies. But the hearing will offer a potent showcase for the agencies to defend their work. They are likely to face little hostile questioning from lawmakers. The point of this hearing is to have the intelligence community reinforce from their point of view that the Russians did this, Mr. Graham said on Wednesday. In another possible preview of Thursday's proceedings, Mr. Graham went on to attack Mr. Assange. "You seem to have two choices now," he told reporters. "Some guy living in an embassy, on the run from the law for rape, who has a history of undermining American democracy and releasing classified information to put our troops at risk. Or the 17 intelligence agencies sworn to defend us. I'm going with them." Mr. Assange has spent the last 4 years inside Ecuador's embassy in London, where he sought asylum to avoid being turned over to Sweden for questioning in a sexual assault case.
Will Mr. Trump get a word in? Yes, and even before the hearing started, Mr. Trump issued a preemptive self-defense, blaming the dishonest media for saying he agreed with Mr. Assange. "I simply state what he states," Mr. Trump began, in the first of 2 Twitter posts. "It is for the people to make up their own minds as to the truth. The media lies to make it look like I am against intelligence, when in fact I am a big fan." Yet Mr. Trump has repeatedly attacked the intelligence community in recent weeks, charging that their conclusions on the cyber attacks are no more reliable than their faulty finding that there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, and suggesting this week that officials were withholding information on the hackings because they did not yet have conclusive proof. Given Mr. Trump's past instincts when Russian interference is in the news, Twitter missives are common. The president-elect could feel compelled to appraise the hearings in real time as well.
What might come next? Those senators from both parties, led by Mr. McCain and Mr. Graham on the Republican side, have called for a select committee to investigate Russian interference in the election. Senator Mitch McConnell, the majority leader, has said a select committee was unnecessary. The Senate Intelligence Committee is more than capable of conducting a complete review, Mr. McConnell said last month, adding that Mr. McCain could also conduct an investigation on the Armed Services Committee. Mr. McCain said on Wednesday, "We will have a subcommittee on cyber. It's not a special panel,